Hi everyone, my name is Abhiraj Garikapati. Welcome to my YouTube channel Amazing Abhi. Episode. Bailey Hong explained, the Lin family didn't come alone. See the man standing in the middle? That's Lin Hao, the head of the Lin family. And those two strange men standing beside him are both members of the Blood Alliance. Yi Chen replied, I didn't expect the Blood Alliance to personally show up for them. Bailey Hong reassured him, don't worry, they won't dare interfere here. This isn't Kunlun, this is our country. Yi Chen then pointed toward another man standing off to the side. Who is that? He looks much stronger than everyone else here. Bailey Hong answered, he's one of our country's legendary guardians. One of the strongest protectors in the nation. He's here specifically to prevent anyone from cheating. As long as he's present, even the Blood Alliance won't dare make a move. As the guardian looked at Yi Chen, he smiled. Yi Chen wondered, why is he smiling at me? Bailey Hong chuckled. Maybe it's because he likes you. But more importantly, Lin Jilong is already on the stage. You should get ready for the fight. Yi Chen's eyes turned cold. That bastard Lin Jilong. Not letting him walk away today. I still remember everything that happened 5 years ago. Without another word, Yi Chen stepped onto the arena. Lin Jilong sneered. So trash, we finally meet again. If your mother hadn't thrown you into that lake 5 years ago, you wouldn't even be alive today. I became a respected martial artist and lived my life. But you chose to walk straight toward your own death. Yi Chen glared back. 5 years ago, you destroyed my family. Today, I'll show you what true fear looks like. Just then, the referee walked onto the stage. I'm the referee for today's match. I'd like to announce the rules, but the moment he felt the overwhelming aura coming from both fighters, his face turned pale. He immediately changed his tone. I'm sure everyone already knows the rules. He quickly jumped off the stage while thinking, these two monsters are far too powerful. If I stay up there any longer, their pressure alone might kill me. Lin Jilong laughed. I don't know what happened to you over the past 5 years that made you this strong, but you made one huge mistake. You should have waited another 5 years before challenging me. After seeing my power, do you really think you stand a chance? The spectators gasped. Lin Jilong's aura is terrifying. It's getting hard to breathe just from his pressure. Meanwhile, Lin Jilong thought, I've released enough pressure to affect even the grandmasters watching from a distance. Yet the person I'm targeting isn't affected at all. Pretend to be calm all you want. I know you're struggling to withstand my aura. He stepped forward. It's time to end this little act. Each hand answered calmly. 5 years ago, when I was weak, you should have killed me. But now, you're no longer capable of taking my life. Lin Jilong immediately summoned his blood tiger. The audience cried out. Lin Jilong's blood tiger is terrifying. Now that he's summoned it, each hand doesn't stand a chance. Each hand smirked. You call that a tiger? That's just a cat. With a single burning heaven palm, he completely obliterated the blood tiger. Everyone stood frozen and shocked. What kind of power was that? He turned Lin Jilong's blood tiger into ashes with one strike. Lin Jilong narrowed his eyes. So that's why you were so confident. I have to admit, that technique is impressive. But it's nowhere near enough to kill me. He instantly launched another attack. Each hand casually destroyed the strike and flicked Lin Jilong on the forehead. Yu Shulong froze. Did you just flick me? You've really pissed me off now. Roaring in anger, he charged forward once again. But the Yi Chen in front of him suddenly disappeared. It was only an afterimage. The real Yi Chen appeared behind him and slammed a punch into his back. The entire arena fell silent. Everyone watched as Lin Jilong was completely overwhelmed. Even the Blood Alliance members were stunned. This kid has completely suppressed Lin Jilong. His movement technique, his palm technique, every martial art he uses is flawless. Even the top sects of Kunlun might not possess techniques this incredible. The head of the He family thought to himself, this kid is terrifying. I was planning to kill him earlier, but after seeing this strength, that would have been the biggest mistake of my life. Zhang Feng cheered excitedly. Well done, nephew. When Yi Chen launched another devastating strike, Lin Jilong barely managed to retreat in time. Drawing his sword, Lin Jilong said, the truth is, I'm actually a swordsman. Now let me show you what I can really do. He unleashed an incredibly powerful sword attack. Then he mocked. What's wrong? Why are you dodging now? Why aren't you crushing my attacks with your bare hands like before? I underestimated you. That master was right. You possess something extraordinary. I want to know, what happened during these last 5 years that turned you into a monster? Did you go to Kunlun Mountain or the Void or perhaps some secret realm? I don't care where it came from. I want that power. I even investigated every sect in Kunlun, but your name doesn't appear in the records of a single one, so your strength definitely didn't come from Kunlun. Ichen thought. So the Blood Alliance and the Lin family even investigated me in Kunlun. Too bad they don't know the truth. Not a single sect there ever accepted me. If I was never accepted into any sect, how could any sect possibly have a record of me? Lin Julong smiled coldly. So you're staying silent. I guess you won't reveal your secret so easily. Fine, I'll torture you until you beg for death, and then you'll tell me everything yourself. The two swords collided with tremendous force. Lin Julong was shocked. What's happening? I'm using my full strength. So why can't my sword overpower his? At that moment, each end unleashed bloodthirsty slash. The attack severely wounded Lin Julong, forcing him onto one knee. Each end looked down at him. You call your greatest technique your strongest skill. To me, it's nothing but trash. Listen carefully, Lin Julong. You were never my equal. Use every trick you have. It still won't change the outcome. Furious, Lin Julong roared. You're the real trash. How dare you speak to me like that? I may lose to anyone else in this world, but I'll never lose to you. His aura exploded even further. You've pushed me this far, so now I'll show you my true power. The audience gasped. What is this terrifying aura? The entire arena is overflowing with sword intent. Just watching this fight is making it hard to breathe. It looks like Lin Julong is about to unleash his ultimate technique. The head of the He family muttered in disbelief. I never imagined Lin Julong possessed power like this. After today, the Lin family's prestige throughout the capital will rise to an entirely new level. Even John Feng looked serious. That technique is unbelievably powerful. If I were the one facing Lin Julong right now, I'm not sure I could survive that attack. Grandmaster Zhang sighed. Yi Chen, you're in serious trouble. In the entire Zheng family, the only person capable of stopping this technique is my eldest son, who is currently in Kunlun. Even I can't withstand it. If we exclude the country's guardians, then Lin Julong is truly the strongest martial artist in the entire nation. Meanwhile, all the girls watching the fight were growing increasingly worried. Bailey Hong thought that move is unbelievably dangerous. Mister, you won't be able to survive it. Even if I have to break the rules, I have to save him. Just as he was about to step in, the guardian stopped him. You can't do that. As a military official, you're not allowed to enter the death arena. Besides, I'm here. What are you worried about? Listen carefully. The northern border has come under attack. Take your battalion and defend it immediately. Bailey Hong frowned. Something doesn't feel right. Why would he send me to the border at a moment like this? The guardian's expression turned serious. What are you waiting for? Millions of lives are at stake on the northern border. This is an order, Bailey Hong thought. He's one of the nation's guardians. There's no reason for him to lie. As long as he's here, mister, you should be safe. Trusting the guardian's words, Bailey Hong left with the blood battalion. Watching him leave, the guardian smiled. The biggest obstacle is finally gone. Meanwhile, Yi Chen looked at Lingerlong and thought, what's taking him so long? His cultivation is already at the 6th stage of the Tuyan realm. My martial arts are stronger than his, but in terms of cultivation alone, I'm still behind. Besides, the real threat isn't Lingerlong. It's those people sitting on the sidelines. I've seen this countless times in death arenas. The moment someone's about to lose, all of their allies jump in to save them. Lingerlong roared. 5 years ago, I wiped out your family, and today I'll kill you too. With a single strike, he shattered the arena floor. Yi Chen smirked. You really thought a pathetic move like that could defeat me? Lingerlong sneered. Talk all you want, but you won't survive my palm strike. Yi Chen immediately unleashed the 1,000 sword technique. The two attacks collided, and Lingerlong's palm strike was completely crushed. What? Before he could react, a massive explosion shook the entire arena. The spectators coughed as dust filled the air. I can't see anything. What happened in there? When the dust finally settled, Lingerlong was lying on the ground. The entire audience froze. Lingerlong lost. I can't believe it. Pei cried with joy. My son, you did it. The girls cheered. Mister, you won. Zhang Feng smiled proudly. Father, look at him. He's only in his 20s, yet he defeated Lingerlong. This time, you truly misjudged him. Even Grandmaster Zhang was shaken. He's a true genius. Did I make the biggest mistake of my life by refusing to bring him back into the Zhang family? Meanwhile, Ling Gerlong muttered in disbelief. No, this can't be happening. I refuse to believe I lost to Yi Chen. Yi Chen placed his sword against Ling Gerlong's throat. Believe it or not, you've already lost. Just then, a powerful attack shot toward Yi Chen from outside the arena. He quickly dodged and shouted, "Who's there? Show yourself." Two members of the Blood Alliance stepped forward. You may have won the fight, but you will not touch Ling Gerlong. He's a member of the Blood Alliance. As long as we're here, no one will lay a finger on him. Yi Chen smiled coldly, so they finally made their move. He shouted loud enough for everyone to hear. You all saw Ling Gerlong lose, and you all know the rules of the death arena. The winner is decided only when one fighter dies. What happened? Have all of you lost your courage? These two are openly breaking the rules, yet none of you dares to say a word? Then Yi Chen looked directly at the Guardian. I'm talking to you. The Guardian remained completely silent. One of the Blood Alliance elders laughed. Kid, what rules are you talking about? Human nature is ugly. People only care about what benefits them. The elder thought to himself. This fool actually believed the Guardian came here to protect him. Most Guardians are righteous, but at the end of the day, they're still human. Offer them enough benefits, and they'll gladly choose the wrong side. That's exactly what happened here. The head of the He family laughed. Kid, you can't do anything now. Look around. Who here actually supports you? By establishing the He family, you've made half of the martial world your enemy. Every family head here is ready to destroy you. The head of the Jew family sneered. Trash like you doesn't deserve to live. We all want you dead. The He family leader shouted. Brothers, the Blood Alliance has already entered the arena. This is the perfect opportunity. Let's kill Yi Chen together. One after another, countless martial artists surrounded Yi Chen and his family. They laughed. Yi Chen is finished today. He'll drag his entire family down with him. The girls shouted angrily. You're shameless. Are you seriously ganging up on one person? The two family heads proudly looked toward the Blood Alliance elders. So what do you think of our preparations? The elder nodded with satisfaction. You've done well. Yi Chen finally understood everything. So this was your real plan. You gave Bailey Hong a fake mission, forcing him to leave with his battalion, and then all of you teamed up to kill me. I came here thinking I'd only have to kill one man, but now it seems I'll have to wipe out half the families in the capital, and the first one to die will be the He family's dog. Before anyone could react, Yi Chen killed the head of the He family with a single strike. Then he looked at the crowd. Anyone else who wants to die, come now. My time is limited, so I'll kill you all quickly. If anyone dares to come after me alone later, I'll make sure they die like a dog. The crowd was horrified. Even with two Blood Alliance leaders standing here, he's still killing people without hesitation. The rumors were true. He's completely insane. One of the Blood Alliance elders said coldly, Why are you so arrogant after killing a mere dog? Even if all of us simply stand here, you still won't be able to kill us. And while you're busy fighting, how will you protect your family? Immediately, many powerful martial artists rushed toward Yi Chen's family. If we kill his family, the Blood Alliance will surely reward us. At that moment, Zhang Feng stepped forward, beating them back. Don't even think about it. The moment anyone lays a finger on my sister, I'll cut off their head. Yi Chen smiled. Thank you, uncle. But don't worry, your nephew didn't come here unprepared. Then he shouted, Dark Hall, kill everyone here except the Zhang family. Show no mercy. The crowd looked around in confusion. Who was he talking to? Dark Hall. I've never even heard of such an organization. Some people burst into laughter. He must be bluffing. An organization called Dark Hall doesn't even exist. But the laughter lasted only a second. One after another, people began dropping dead. The entire arena erupted in panic. What's happening? He wasn't bluffing. He didn't come here alone. At that moment, Lin Tan and Lin Feng stepped forward and respectfully bowed. Hallmaster, just give the order. Our men have already secured your family's safety. We are ready to do anything you command. Everyone was stunned. So this is the Dark Hall? When did an organization like this even come into existence? Just then, a bald martial artist spoke up. Wait a second. I fought against the Zoom Palace before and most of these people are former Zoom Palace members. Someone replied, but wasn't Zoom Palace destroyed not long ago? Another person answered, it was. Yi Chen destroyed it and turned it into the Dark Hall. Grandmaster Zhang thought, this kid has already surpassed all of my expectations. If he survives today's battle, his name will shake the entire country. Yi Chen then ordered, Lin Feng, take my entire family and get them out of here. If anyone tries to stop you, kill them without hesitation. Lin Feng nodded. Everyone, follow me. Huo immediately protested. We can't leave Yi Chen behind. He shook her head. We'll only become a burden to him. Reluctantly, they left with Lin Feng. One of the Blood Alliance leaders sneered. I never said anyone was allowed to leave. He thought to himself, these people aren't useful by themselves, but I can use them to control Yi Chen. I know him well enough. Even if he's losing, he'd rather die than reveal his secrets. Yi Chen glared at him. What do you want? The Blood Alliance leaders smiled to the people here. Your dark hall might seem powerful, but in my eyes, it's nothing more than trash that I can crush whenever I want. He immediately charged toward one of Dark Hall's members. Yi Chen shouted, don't even think about it. But before he could stop him, the elder struck Yi Chen and forced him backward. Yi Chen thought, this old man is clever. He's already at the 8th stage of the Tying realm. I used up too much energy fighting Lin Julong. I don't have much strength left to deal with people. At this level, the elder laughed. I know you exhausted all your power defeating Lin Julong. You don't have enough energy left to wield your sword. And without your sword, you can't do anything against us. Yi Chen smiled inwardly. He's calculated everything except one thing. My medical techniques. Using them I can completely alter the condition of my body. He immediately accelerated the flow of blood throughout his body. Then he shouted, Blood Dragon, Life Talisman, come forth. Today we'll show everyone what we're truly capable of. The Blood Dragon and the Life Talisman appeared at the same time. Everyone was speechless. Lin Julong possessed a blood tiger and his family was incredibly proud of it. But this kid, he has a blood dragon. Even the elder's expression changed. This is bad. I have to kill him before he completes this technique. Just then, Zhang Feng stepped in front of Yi Chen. As long as I'm here, you won't land a sneak attack on my nephew. If you want to reach him, you'll have to go through me first. The elder attacked immediately. Get out of my way, trash. Despite the overwhelming gap and strength, Zhang Feng somehow blocked the attack. Panting heavily, he said, I may not be strong enough to defeat you, but I'm strong enough to protect my family. He continued fighting without backing down. The elder scoffed, move aside. Even you know you can't stop me. At that moment, fragments of Lin Julong's shattered sword flew through the air, creating a brief opening. The elder seized the opportunity and blasted Zhang Feng away. Zhang Feng coughed up blood. Nephew, I'm sorry. I could only hold him back for this long. Yi Chen smiled. That was more than enough, uncle. Zhang Feng shouted, why aren't you running? I bought you time to escape. Yi Chen smiled coldly. Escape? I didn't come here to run. I came here to bury every one of these bastards. He fused the blood dragon with the life talisman. The two merged into a crimson armor that wrapped around his arm. This is my new secret technique. It allows me to fuse the blood dragon with the life talisman, he thought. This form won't last longer than 5 minutes, but that's more than enough to kill plenty of people. The elder stepped forward. Your pathetic technique is nothing compared to mine. Yi Chen replied calmly. We'll let time decide that. The two unleashed their strongest attacks. The collision created an earth-shaking explosion. Yi Chen shouted, you can't stop this attack. The elder watched in horror as his technique was completely destroyed. What? My attack was overwhelmed. The blast struck him directly. He desperately tried to block it. I have to stop this. Otherwise, I'll lose all my prestige within the Blood Alliance. But it was too late. The attack blasted him backward, sending him flying across the arena. Before we move ahead, please take a second to like on this video. A like tells me that you enjoyed this topic. Your support helps Amazing Up grow naturally. The elder stared at Yi Chen in disbelief. His cultivation realm is much lower than mine. He should have run out of energy already. So how is he still releasing such terrifying power? This kid possesses something capable of shaking the heavens. Even someone who spent their entire life cultivating incumbent shouldn't be this monstrous. The elders exchanged glances. If we fight him one at a time, we'll all lose, so we'll attack together. Immediately, all three charged at Yi Chen simultaneously. Yi Chen smiled. I was actually hoping to save some time. Since all three of you came together, that's even better. Even if I die today, I'll drag the three of you down with me. He threw another devastating punch, blasting one elder backward. The remaining two roared, we're going to kill you today. The audience watched in complete disbelief. Three people are fighting one young man, and they're not ordinary opponents either. One is the head of the Lin family, and the other two are elders from Kunban Mountain. The unbelievable part is, Yi Chen is actually overpowering all three of them. Jiang Feng turned toward his father. Yi Chen's technique has a time limit. Father, this is the perfect opportunity to help him. Please save him. The head of the Zhang family remains silent. Yi Chen has already proven that his potential is limitless. His talent is beyond imagination, but helping him means offending the blood alliance and pushing the Zhang family toward destruction. Yang Feng clenched his fists. If you won't help him, then I will. I couldn't protect my sister. I've regretted that every single day, but this time I'm not abandoning my nephew. Just then, the guardian shouted, "Everyone stop. As one of the nation's guardians, I order all of you to cease fighting immediately." The overwhelming pressure from his aura forced everyone to stop. The spectators gasped. So this is the true power of a guardian. The Blood Alliance members also stopped. The guardian has spoken. We have no choice but to obey. However, they secretly smiled. Yi Chen is using a powerful technique with a strict time limit. He can't maintain it for much longer. The guardian isn't saving him. He's simply buying time until that technique expires. And the moment it runs out, we'll kill him. Just then, Yi Chen suddenly appeared right in front of one of the elders. The elders shouted, "You're really going to ignore the guardian's order?" Yi Chen answered with a punch. "Who the hell is he? To hell with the guardian, he can't stop me." The punch sent the elder crashing into a deep crate. Yi Chen muttered, 5 minutes wasn't nearly enough. The crowd was horrified. He ignored the guardian's command. This kid has completely lost his mind. Even Lin Hao thought, good, he has already angered the guardian. The guardian was already on our side because of our deal. Now he finally has a legitimate excuse to kill Yi Chen. The guardian roared, "You dare ignore my orders, you arrogant brat. I'll personally destroy you." He charged straight at Yi Chen, but at that moment, Lin Tan stepped in and took the attack himself, protecting Yi Chen. Yi Chen hurried over. "Lin Tan, are you all right?" The guardian sneered. "You're nothing but a dog. How dare you think you could protect your master? I could crush you like an ant." Lin Tan smiled. "You're right. I am a dog, but I'm a loyal dog. I serve only my master. I'm not like you, a dog that wags its tail for whoever throws it a bone. Everyone here can clearly see whose side you're on. Compared to trash like you, I'm far better." The guardian's face darkened. "You dare insult me? Do you have any idea what price you'll pay for that?" Yi Chen suddenly laughed. "You sold your integrity for a little profit. How can someone like you be trusted with the safety of this country? If the enemy offered you enough benefits, you'd probably hand the entire nation over to them. You're not worthy of being called a guardian." Enraged, the guardian rushed toward Yi Chen once again. Just then, Lu Shu arrived and shouted, "Please stop." The guardian frowned. "Lu Shu, what are you doing here?" Lu Shu respectfully replied, "Mr. Yi is an extremely valuable person. If not for us, then for the sake of the #1 chief. Please spare him." Ying added. Lu Shu and the others under the pressure of my attack, he should have already been reduced to ashes. Suddenly, a brilliant beam of light tore straight through the attack. Everyone stared in disbelief. Yi Chen stood completely unharmed. He looked at Tu Yun Tian and smiled. "You've shown me your power. Now watch mine." He released the awakened heavenly sword technique. The sword beam pierced straight through Tu Yun Tian's chest. Before pinning him to a massive wall, Tu Yun Tian coughed blood. "This power, it doesn't belong to our country, nor does it come from Kunlun. Your strength comes from somewhere else." Before we move ahead, please take a second to share on this video. Sharing helps this video reach friends who may also enjoy anime, gaming, travel, cricket, chess, career basics, or personal stories. Your support helps Amazing Apai grow naturally. With those final words, Tu Yun Tan died. Silence filled the entire arena. Everyone stared with trembling bodies. Yi Chen, he killed a guardian. Guardians were supposed to be invincible, but a young man who isn't even 20 actually killed one. How is that even possible? What exactly is Yi Chen? Old Master Zhang sighed deeply. Whatever his limits are, they're absolutely terrifying. Jiang Feng suddenly said, "Father, Lin Hao and the Blood Alliance elders have escaped." Yi Chen calmly replied, "Let them run, even if linger long and those elders survive. They won't live much longer. Their bodies have already been completely crippled. As soon as he finished speaking, Yi Chen suddenly coughed up blood. Lin Tian rushed over. My lord, are you all right? Yi Chen shook his head. We have to leave. My strength is completely exhausted, and there are still plenty of enemies here. Lin Tian immediately ordered, protect the hall master. Anyone who blocks our path, kill them. He quickly helped Yi Chen leave. The remaining martial artists watched from a distance. Yi Chen killed a guardian. I don't have the courage to stop someone like him. At that moment, the head of the Zhu family suddenly shouted, he's already exhausted. There will never be the better chance to kill him. If we present Yi Chen's head to the other guardians, just imagine the rewards we'll receive. Suddenly, Old Master Zhang stepped forward. Don't even think about it. With a single strike, he smashed the Zhu family head into the ground. Lin Tian looked at him in surprise. Old Master Zhang, the Zhu family head cried out. I've never offended the Zhang family, so why are you standing in my way? Old Master Zhang answered coldly. You didn't offend me. You offended my grandson, and there's only one punishment for that. Death. With another strike, he killed the Zhu family head on the spot. The surrounding martial artists froze. The Zhu family was one of the strongest families here. Should we really keep attacking? Old Master Zhang declared. Yi Chen carries the blood of the Zhang family. If anyone wants to kill him, come ask for my permission first. I'm standing right here. Anyone who wants his life, come and take it. Not a single person dared move. Meanwhile, Yi Chen thought to himself, Old man, if you had stood by my side from the very beginning, I would have respected you just as much as I respect uncle, but you chose to step forward only at the very end. You've come far too late to earn that respect. Lin Tian then escorted Yi Chen away. As soon as they stepped outside the arena, Bailey Hong's car pulled up in front of them. Bailey Hong quickly got out of his car and rushed over. Mr. Yi, what happened inside the arena? Did you win? When they suddenly ordered me to leave, something felt off, so I turned back halfway and came straight here. Yi Chen looked at Lin Tian and said, put me down. Then he turned to Bailey Hong. I only have 2 requests. First, I want to see my father in less than an hour. Second, don't let that Blood Alliance elder leave the Lin family. No matter what happens, keep him trapped there. Bailey Hong thought, what exactly happened here? Mr. Yi, not only one, it sounds like he completely crushed both the Lin family and the Blood Alliance. He asked anxiously, please tell me what happened. While I was gone, Yi Chen calmly replied, can you fulfill my requests? Bailey Hong nodded yes. I have no idea what's going on. But one thing is certain, mister. You won. And if you won, then I'll keep my promise. Yi Chen nodded, good. I'll wait for your answer. Bailey Hong immediately ordered his troops surround the Lin family. Not even a bird is allowed to escape, he thought. I need to see what happened inside. I don't know why, but I have a feeling something huge took place. The moment he entered the arena, he froze. Corpses were scattered everywhere. It was obvious that after Lin Zhulong lost, many others had tried to gang up on Yi Chen, but none of them had been able to stop him. Just then, a drop of blood landed on Bailey Hong's face. He looked up and saw a guardian's corpse pinned to the wall. His eyes widened. That's a guardian. Who did this to him? A nearby martial artist answered, Yi Chen did. He crippled Lin Zhulong. He severely injured the Blood Alliance elders, forcing them to flee. And when the guardian tried to stop him, Yi Chen killed him and nailed his body to the wall. Bailey Hong stood there in disbelief. Yi Chen accomplished all of this in such a short time. After returning home, Pei asked anxiously, how is Yi Chen? Lin Tian reassured her, please don't worry. His medical skills are even better than his martial arts. Before he lost consciousness, he took several healing pills. Once he wakes up after some rest, he'll be completely fine. Pei finally relaxed. Good, then let's not disturb him. After everyone left the room, Yi Chen's blood dragon appeared before him. Yi Chen smiled. Reincarnation graveyard. Thank you. You're even helping me recover now. The scene shifted to the military headquarters. The #1 chief looked at Bailey Hong. So according to your report, Yi Chen crippled Lin Zhulong, then defeated the Blood Alliance leaders after they interfered. And even the Guardian died. Bailey Hong nodded. I didn't witness it myself. The Guardian deceived me and sent me on a fake mission. So I questioned everyone who was present. Every single witness gave the exact same account. It was hard for me to believe too, but everything was done by Yi Chen. The chief sighed. Everything else could have been managed. But killing a guardian, that's a serious problem. Even I can't fully control the consequences. You know the Guardians have protected this country for thousands of years. There are only 20 Guardians in the entire nation. They rarely appear unless the country faces a major crisis. Because of those 20 people, this country has remained safe for generations. They've also made sure their authority is never weakened. They operate under their own rules. They can execute anyone in the country. On top of that, they've formed an alliance of all 20 Guardians. They make decisions through voting. Once the majority reaches a decision, not even the government can overrule them. Bailey Hong nodded. I know. If more than half of them vote in favor of something, it will happen. Killing one person is nothing to them. They can wipe out entire clans. The chief continued. The Guardians themselves are divided into two factions. The Guardian Yi Chen killed belonged to the faction led by Feng Jinyi. Bailey Hong suddenly remembered something. Chief, Yi Chen killed the Guardian with a spiritual sword. It pierced him and pinned him to the wall. The chief immediately asked, "What happened to that sword? Did you recover it?" Bailey Hong shook his head. I tried, but the moment I pulled it out, it disappeared into thin air. The chief narrowed his eyes. Then it must have been a legendary sword technique. Even in Kunlun, techniques like that are incredibly rare. How did Yi Chen master something so powerful? After a brief silence, he sighed. There's no point discussing it now. What's done is done. Bailey, go to the Lin family immediately fulfill every request Yi Chen made. As for me, I'm going to meet the remaining Guardians. I'll do everything I can to protect Yi Chen. The scene shifted to the Lin family. Lin Julong and the injured Blood Alliance elder were both receiving treatment. The doctor shook his head. Their injuries are far too severe. With my skills, I can only keep them alive for a few more days. Even if someone manages to save their lives, no one can restore their cultivation. Lin Hao flew into a rage. I pay you an enormous salary every month. They are supposed to be the best doctor in the country, and you can't even save two people. A Blood Alliance elder interrupted him. There's no point forcing him. The medical skills here are simply too limited. If we take them to Kunlun Mountain, there might still be hope. Lin Hao immediately agreed. Fine, I'll make the arrangements right away. The elder nodded. We can't waste any more time, otherwise it'll be too late. At that moment, a guard rushed inside. Family head, something terrible has happened. The Blood Battalion has surrounded the entire Lin family, and General Bailey Hong is coming this way. Just then, Bailey Hong walked into the hall. Lin Hao, as agreed, Lin Julong lost. Han Tanjiang over immediately. If you refuse, we'll destroy the Lin family under the chief's orders. And one more thing, no one is allowed to leave this estate. And Elder snorted. You think you can stop us? I'd like to see who dares block my path. Lin Hao quickly stopped him. Calm down. Bailey Hong is powerful, and his backing is even stronger. I'll handle this. Then he looked at Bailey Hong. A deal is a deal. We're willing to hand over Tanjiang, but please spare the Lin family. Lin Hao thought, looks like the chief has already found each Han as his successor. That's why he's finally willing to sacrifice the Lin family. Bailey Hong replied coldly. These are the chief's direct orders. They're not open for negotiation. Anyone who tries to leave this estate will be executed. Lin Hao's expression darkened. Who do you think we are? We're one of the top families in this country. You can't intimidate us that easily. Do you honestly think we're afraid of you? Bailey Hong said, I knew from the beginning that you'd try something like this. He immediately ordered Blood Battalion move. Bring Tanjiang here at once. If anyone tries to stop you, kill them on the spot. The soldiers immediately spread out to search for Tanjiang. Lin Hao thought they came fully prepared. A Blood Alliance elder sneered. Do you realize what you're doing? Stopping me means declaring war against the Blood Alliance. Bailey Hong answered coldly. I don't care. I'm following the chief's orders and I will carry them out. The elder laughed. You really think you can stop me? Bailey Hong replied. I admit you're powerful, but not powerful enough to defeat me. Lin Hao, your foolishness could drag the entire Lin family into disaster. Just then, someone suddenly attacked, seriously injuring one of the soldiers. Bailey Hong's face darkened. Who dares attack my men? A man slowly walked forward. I do. Bailey Hong's expression immediately changed. That's Guardian Feng Zhenyi. What's he doing here? The Blood Alliance elders smiled. Lord Feng, you finally arrived. Feng Zhenyi replied, since I'm staying at the Lin family today, does that mean you're planning to place me under house arrest too? Bailey Hong forced a smile. Sir, you must be joking. You're one of the Guardians. How could I possibly stop you? Inside, he was shocked. He's the leader of one of the Guardian factions. The guardian Yi Chen killed belonged to his faction. Why is he protecting the Lin family? Feng Zhenyi spoke calmly. I'm personally protecting the Lin family. Go tell your number one chief. If he has a problem with that, he can come speak to me himself. As for you, you're not important enough to negotiate with me. Bailey Hong respectfully replied, Sir, please don't make things difficult for me. I respect you greatly, but I can't disobey the chief's orders. Feng's expression turned cold. Oh, so that's your answer? Bailey Hong, you've contributed a lot to this country. That's the only reason you're still alive. Take your men and leave immediately. Otherwise, I might kill so many people that even I lose count. Bailey Hong clenched his fists. This man's strength is terrifying. Even our country's strongest grandmaster is merely his weakest disciple. If I fight him, not only will I die, but every soldier under my command will die as well. After a long silence, Bailey Hong said, Fine, I'll lift the blockade around the Lin family, but at least hand Tanjian over. He's an ordinary man. He has nothing to do with the martial world. Why are you keeping him imprisoned here? He thought, if I can fulfill even one of Mr. Yi's requests, it'll still be worth it. Feng nodded. I can grant you that much. Bring Tanjian here. The Blood Alliance elder quickly objected. Lord Feng, we can't do that. Feng frowned. He's just an ordinary man. What's the problem with handing him over? Besides, I haven't even settled accounts with you people yet. You failed to protect the Lin family, and you allowed the Blood Alliance to be publicly humiliated. Bailey Hong was stunned. Is Feng Zhenyi actually the Blood Alliance elder? Even the chief probably doesn't know about this. The elder hurriedly explained, Lord Feng, you don't understand. Tanjian is extremely important. The moment Feng learned the details, his expression changed. So he's still inside this estate, and everything you told me is true. The elder nodded. Yes, every word. Feng turned back toward Bailey Hong. I'm keeping Tanjian here for a reason. I only need to question him for a while. After that, I'll personally hand him over to you. If your chief has any objections, he can come discuss them with me. Bailey Hong frowned. Sir, what are you doing? At that moment, his phone rang. It was the chief. For now, withdraw and return. Bailey Hong sighed. Understood, chief. As he walked away, he thought, Mr. E, I'm sorry. I couldn't do anything. If only my own life were at stake, I'd gladly die to rescue your father. But I can't sacrifice all of my soldiers. The Blood Battalion withdrew. Lin Hao smirked. General Bailey, you've gotten used to leaving empty-handed. Feng examined the injured lingerie lone and the elder. They're both critically wounded. Even if we save their lives, they'll remain crippled forever. Lin Hao pleaded, Please Lord Feng, Dulong is a disciple of your alliance. Feng nodded. That's exactly why I'm helping him. I know an extraordinary physician in Kunlong. If he's willing to help, they might still survive. And according to your report, Tanjian possesses an incredible secret. If that's true, Yi Chen must know that secret as well. I want every piece of information about Yi Chen and everyone connected to him. The scene shifted to Yi Chen's room. Yi Chen thought, my cultivation has finally reached the 5th stage of the Tu-Yan realm, and it's all thanks to the reincarnation graveyard. It's been 2 or 3 hours already. Bailey Hong should have returned with my father by now. Once father arrives, I'll finally ask him about our true background. Just then, his phone rang. It was Bailey Hong. Mr. E, I'm sorry I failed. I couldn't accomplish either of the tasks you entrusted to me. I'm willing to accept whatever punishment you decide. Yi Chen frowned. Your Blood Battalion is extremely powerful. Couldn't you even defeat the Lin family and a few elders? Tell me exactly what happened. Bailey Hong explained. I was just about to rescue your father when Guardian Feng Zhenyi appeared. The Guardian you killed belonged to his faction. All the Guardians are furious because of his death. The chief has done everything he can, and he could only suppress the situation temporarily. The chief and we can't help you anymore. Please forgive us. The moment Yi Chen heard that, his killing intent exploded. Where's Feng Zhenyi? Give me his location. I'm going to kill him. Bailey Hong hurriedly tried to calm him. Please, Mr. Yi, calm down. He's unbelievably powerful, and even we don't know where he is right now. In a burst of rage, Yi Chen crushed his phone in his hand. The Guardians were supposed to protect this country. I'll make sure they're no longer capable of protecting even themselves. Just then Yi Chen's mother rushed into the room. Yi Chen, what was that noise? Are you all right? Lin Tian and Lin Feng had also been startled by the loud sound and hurried inside. My lord, are you okay? Yi Chen smiled reassuringly. Mom, everyone, I'm fine. My injuries have completely recovered. I called Bailey Hong to rescue Dad, but he couldn't complete the mission. They've hidden Dad somewhere else. In a few days, I'll personally bring him back. He immediately said, I'm coming with you. Yi Chen shook his head. Mom, don't worry. I promise I'll bring Dad home safely. Until then, all of you stay inside Dark Hall. Please don't leave under any circumstances. He then looked at Lin Tian and Lin Feng. I'm entrusting my entire family to you. Protect them. Nothing must happen to them. Lin Tian nodded confidently. Don't worry. Right now, Dark Hall is the safest place in the entire capital. No one will be able to harm them. Yi Chen nodded. Good. I'm leaving. As he reached the door, he suddenly stopped. Oh, and get me a new phone. I accidentally crushed mine while making a call. Yi Chen soon arrived at his teacher's apartment. Shang Jiangdong respectfully reported. Mr. Yi, we've gathered every herb and medicinal ingredient you requested. At the same time, he couldn't help thinking. The entire country already knows about Mr. Yi's battle against Lin Julong. He isn't even 20 years old yet, and he's already killed a guardian. In the last 1,000 years, no one this terrifying has ever appeared. Yi Chen handed him a few prescriptions. Thank you. Take these prescriptions. They'll be very useful to you. Shang Jiangdong accepted them with excitement. Thank you so much, Mr. Yi. Yi Chen nodded. You may leave now. After Shang Jiangdong left, Yi Chen fell into deep thought. I can't rely on Bailey Hong anymore. Even the chief can't solve this. If I want to rescue Dad, I'll have to rely on my own strength. It's been a long time since I refined any pills. Today's battle used up almost all of my reserves. Going into another fight without pills would be foolish. Tonight, I'll refine a fresh batch. He immediately began refining pills. Before long, dozens of high-quality pills had been completed. Yi Chen smiled. This should be enough. I'll store them inside the reincarnation graveyard. Bathed in dragon vein energy, their quality will continue improving. Just then someone knocked on the door. Come in. Wei walked inside. I've been calling you for days, but you never answered. I got worried, so I came to check on you. She suddenly sniffed the air. Mr. Yi, what's that smell? It's such a strong medicinal fragrance. Normally medicine smells bitter, but yours actually smells wonderful. Before we move ahead, please take a second to like on this video. A like tells me that you enjoyed this topic. Your support helps Amazing Pie grow naturally. Yi Chen replied, because I refined these pills myself. Wei's eyes widened. You refine them yourself? Are you like those legendary alchemists and miracle doctors from novels and TV shows? Yi Chen smiled. You could say that. Last time you saw my blood dragon, you didn't seem very impressed. So why does this amaze you so much? Wei laughed awkwardly. Well, what happened last time was different. Yi Chen quietly observed her. Her condition isn't good. The earth crystal inside her necklace is about to shatter. Wei suddenly said, I don't mind cultivating, but I don't want to call you master. Yi Chen chuckled. That's just a formality. You can call me whatever you like. Now try cultivating using the technique I taught you yesterday. Following his instructions, Wei immediately began cultivating. Yi Chen watched carefully. She possesses the cold blood physique. She just started cultivating my technique. Yet the room temperature has already dropped below freezing. What an incredible physique. A moment later, even Yi Chen was shocked. Wei's cultivation speed was unbelievable. Ice rapidly spread across the entire room. Yi Chen frowned. The ice is actually attacking me. I'll have to destroy it. As he shattered the ice, he thought. She only just started cultivating. How can her power already be this terrifying? At that moment, the blood dragon emerged on its own to protect Yi Chen. Even the blood dragon sensed danger. The cold blood physique really is terrifying. I have to stop her before she freezes the entire building. Hearing Yi Chen's voice, Wei immediately opened her eyes. Looking around at the frozen destroyed room, she panicked. Did I do all of this? Mr. Yi, I'm so sorry. I ruined your entire house. My body moved on its own. I couldn't control it. My salary isn't very high. I only have 30,000 yuan in my bank account. I hope it's enough to compensate you. Yi Chen quickly waved his hand. No, it's fine. I wasn't planning to stay here much longer anyway, so even if this place is destroyed, it doesn't matter. Besides, compared to this furniture, you're a far greater treasure. If you continue cultivating like this, one day you'll even be able to help me. Wei blinked in surprise. Can I really become stronger than you? Yi Chen smiled. That depends on how hard you cultivate. If you work hard enough, it's possible. Why clenched her fists? Then I'll definitely train as hard as I can. I'll become strong enough to protect you. Yi Chen shook his head. First, become strong enough to protect yourself. Replace the stone around your neck with this crystal. The one you're wearing has almost exhausted all of its energy. He thought to himself. I've already absorbed most of the crystal's energy. I deliberately left a small amount behind just for her. At that moment, someone knocked on the door again. Why immediately became alert. Yi Chen stayed behind me. It could be an enemy. I'll answer the door. Yi Chen couldn't help smiling. She doesn't even realize I'm much stronger than she is. Why is she trying so hard to protect me? Why open the door? Who are you? The man outside answered politely. My name is Bao Zhen. Is Mr. Yi home? Yi Chen walked over. I'm Yi Chen. What do you need? At the same time, he thought, this man's aura is incredibly powerful. Considering his age, he's even stronger than Uncle Zhen, but I've never met him before. Why is he here? Bao Zhen respectfully cupped his fists. Finally, I've met you, Mr. Yi. My lord sent me here. Yi Chen turned away. You go ahead and do your training. I'll talk with him for a while. Then he looked back at Bao Zhen. Which lord are you talking about? Bao Zhen replied. Missy sent me here. Yi Chen immediately realized who Bao Zhen was talking about. So he's talking about Jiggy Lin. Looks like she caused quite a stir after arriving in the capital. Bao Zhen explained. She told me to deliver snacks to her every month. This was my first trip, so I didn't know the way. That's why it took me so long to get back. Otherwise, I would have come to see you much earlier. But that trip turned out to be incredibly rewarding. After I delivered the snacks, she gave me some leftover pills. They greatly increased my strength. Yi Chen smiled to himself. That girl is handing out my pills in exchange for snacks. I remember how worried she became after learning about my enemies. Looks like she secretly left some people in the capital to help me. Next time, I'll make sure to cook her something really good. Yi Chen then asked, Bao Zhen, do you know what happened in the death arena? Bao Zhen nodded. I heard that you killed a guardian. As soon as I found out, I rushed here immediately. The truth is, my grandfather is also one of China's 20 guardians. I've already told him everything about you. The good news is that the guardian you killed belonged to a different faction. My grandfather leads the other faction, which is much stronger. He'll do everything he can to help you get through this crisis. Yi Chen asked, when will your grandfather arrive in the capital? At the same time, he thought, his grandfather is a guardian. That's excellent news. Jijilin deserves an even bigger reward now. Bao Zhen replied, he has some business to take care of first. He'll arrive the day after tomorrow. Yi Chen nodded. That's fine. We have plenty of things to deal with before then. Besides, tonight is going to be a very long night for certain people. Bao Zhen asked, are you going to wipe out the Lin family? Yi Chen calmly replied, is there a problem with that? Bao Zhen shook his head. No, my lord ordered me to protect you at all costs. So, may I come with you? Yi Chen smiled. Sure, come along. The two of them jumped straight out of the window. Outside, Wai had just finished drawing another comic panel. Yi Chen, look, I finished this panel. Before she could show him, she saw Yi Chen and Bao Zhen leap out of the 7th floor window. They know this is the 7th floor, right? Where are they going in the middle of the night? Suddenly the power inside Wai began to awaken. Why is it suddenly so cold? Without warning, her body transformed and she instinctively jumped out of the window. As well, halfway down, she suddenly regained consciousness. What's happening? Why am I falling? Why did I jump out of my room? I'm nowhere near as strong as those two. Waving my arms isn't helping at all. I'm falling way too fast. Just then, a gentle voice spoke beside her. Don't worry, you'll be fine. Wai landed safely on the ground without suffering a single injury. She let out a deep sigh. I almost had a heart attack. But why did my clothes change? They're freezing cold, yet I don't feel cold at all. And who was talking to me? How was I able to fly? A woman standing behind her smiled. I am the spirit of your cold-blood physique. If I hadn't helped you, you would have never caught up with them. Wai stared in disbelief. Who are you? Why do you look exactly like me? Are you a ghost? The spirit replied. I've already told you. I'm the spirit of your cold-blood physique. You spent your whole life avoiding cultivation. Today, for the first time, you genuinely wanted to become stronger for that boy. That's why I was finally able to awaken. If I sit here explaining everything, he won't survive. So I'll handle things from here. The spirit immediately merged into Wai's body and took control. Wise consciousness floated outside as she watched. My soul left my body. My own spirit is controlling me. I have a feeling that if I were stronger, it wouldn't be able to take over. But it's trying to help Yi-Chen. I need to see what it's planning to do. The scene shifted to the Lin family estate. Bao Chen looked ahead and said, from the outside, this place looks like an ordinary park, but it's actually the Lin family residence. They've been one of the strongest families in the country for generations. Countless powerful formations protect this place. Once an extremely powerful martial artist came here seeking revenge. He died before he could even break through the defensive formations. Yi-Chen smiled confidently. Compared to the formations inside the ghost prison, these are nothing. He said, wait here. I'll break it. With my talisman techniques, destroying this formation isn't difficult. All I have to do is find a single weak point. With a single strike, he shattered the entire defensive formation. Bao Chen stood frozen in shock. The protective barrier of one of the country's strongest families. It has defended them for thousands of years. And you destroyed it this easily? I never imagined I'd witness something like this in my lifetime. Looking ahead, Bao Chen muttered, the Lin family, the strongest family in the country. As the formation collapsed, the entire estate began shaking violently. Inside, a Blood Alliance member frowned. What's happening? Are we under attack again? Lin Hao looked around in confusion. This doesn't make any sense. Someone destroyed our family's protective barrier. For thousands of years, no one has even been able to scratch it. Find out what happened immediately. Bring me the surveillance footage. Before anyone could respond, a Lin family guard rushed inside. We don't need the cameras. A young man attacked the estate. Our strongest experts already went to kill him, but judging by what I saw, he's even stronger than you. At that moment, Yi-Chen threw a corpse into the room, killing the messenger instantly. Lin Hao's face darkened. Whoever this is, he's unbelievably ruthless. This won't be an easy battle. The Blood Alliance elder asked, Lin Hao, what exactly is going on? How many enemies has your family made? Lin Hao frowned. I have no idea. Just then, dozens of Lin family experts came crashing through the air, their bodies sent flying in every direction. Lin Hao shouted, raise the barrier. Otherwise, we're all going to die. After the emergency barrier was activated, the Blood Alliance elder sighed in relief. That attack was terrifying. Good thing the barrier protected us. At that moment, Yi-Chen slowly walked into view. I'm here to take my father home. I asked your men where he was. They laughed at me. They claimed my father had already been transferred somewhere else. Lin Hao, I didn't find that joke funny. I hope you'll give me the real answer. Lin Hao glared at him furiously. How dare you barge into my family's territory? I'll tear you into pieces. And after what you did to Zilen, I still haven't forgiven you. As soon as Lin Hao finished speaking, he charged straight at Yi-Chen. But the moment Yi-Chen counterattacked, Lin Hao was instantly overwhelmed and badly injured. Leaping into the air, Yi-Chen sneered. You can only take revenge if you survive. With a single punch, he slammed Lin Hao into the ground. At that moment, the Blood Alliance elder stepped forward. Kid, why don't you look over here for a second? As long as I'm here, you won't get to do whatever you want. Yi-Chen immediately summoned his blood dragon, and the two clashed with everything they had. Their attack shook the battlefield as both sides unleashed their full strength. The Blood Alliance elder gritted his teeth. Just give up already. Using all of his power, he forced Yi-Chen backward. However, Yi-Chen's attacks had already left the elder severely wounded. The elder said in disbelief, it hasn't even been half a day. How did you become this powerful in such a short time? This level of growth is terrifying. You've officially declared war on the Blood Alliance. If we let you keep growing, one day you'll bury our entire organization. Even if I die here today, I have to warn the Alliance about you. Before dying, he activated a communication talisman and sent a final message. Bao Chen watched in shock. He's unbelievably powerful. Now I understand why Lord Lin treats him like a little brother. But why would she ask me to protect someone this strong? At my current level, I could easily rank among the top 5 grandmasters. There's no way I can protect him. The best I can do is assist him. Yi-Chen ordered, Bao Chen, search every room in the Lin family estate. If you find either Zhu Long or my father, report to me immediately. If anyone tries to stop you, kill them. Bao Chen nodded and left. Yi-Chen grabbed Lin Hao by the collar. Where are Zhu Long and my father? Lin Hao laughed. Yi-Chen, it doesn't matter that you've destroyed the Lin family. You'll never find your father or Zhu Long in this lifetime. They're already far away. At the same time, he thought, Fang Zhenyi already transferred Zhu Long for treatment. As for Tan Zheng, he's currently with Fang Zhenyi. I don't even want to imagine what he's doing to him. He was always obsessed with Tan Zheng's secrets. Then Lin Hao said, listen to me, stop this war while you still can. Some enemies are far beyond your abilities. There are people you'll face next are on a completely different level. Just then Bao Chen returned. Mr. Yi, I searched the entire estate. I even checked the basement, but I couldn't find anyone. It looks like your father was really transferred somewhere else. Lin Hao smirked. I've been telling you that from the beginning. No matter how hard you try, you'll never find your father. Bao Chen suddenly remembered something. I found this hidden beneath one of the floor tiles. It's written in blood. It looks like some kind of code. Hearing that, Lin Hao's expression changed instantly. That must have been Tan Zheng. Now I understand why he kept asking for fresh clothes every day. He was tearing them apart and secretly writing messages. Bao Chen handed the cloth to Yi Chen. It was hidden in a way that only someone searching for your father would find it. After reading it, Yi Chen smiled. It really is my father's code. Bao Chen asked, was your father some kind of secret agent? Why would he write everything in code? And wasn't he worried that the Lin family might decipher it? They have plenty of experts who specialize in cracking codes. Yi Chen shook his head. In this entire world, I'm the only person besides my father who can read this code. I'll study it carefully after we leave. You did a great job. This code doesn't reveal his location. It contains his secrets instead. Yi Chen looked back at Lin Hao. Now, let's see how long it takes before you tell me where he is. Lin Hao laughed. I'm already a dead man. No matter how much you torture me, I won't say a word. If I have to die, I'll die with my mouth shut. Yi Chen smiled coldly. If you won't tell me your secrets, then let me tell you one of mine. For the past 5 years, everyone wondered where I disappeared to. The truth is, I was in Kunlun. Lin Hao's eyes widened. Before we move ahead, please take a second to share on this video. Sharing helps this video reach friends who may also enjoy anime, gaming, travel, cricket, chess, career basics, or personal stories. Your support helps Amazing Apai grow naturally. That's impossible. No sect has any record of you. Yi Chen replied, of course they don't. I never joined a sect. I grew up in the most dangerous place in Kunlun, a place where living is worse than death. And here's another secret. I didn't spend those 5 years mastering martial arts. My true specialty is medicine. I can save lives. I can take lives. And I can make someone's life worse than death. As he spoke, Yi Chen swiftly drives one of his needles into Lin Hao's body, attacking his internal organs. Lin Hao screamed in unbearable agony. What did you do to me? Stop it. It hurts so much. Just kill me instead. Yi Chen looked at him expressionlessly. The interesting part is, no matter how much pain you're in, you won't die. You'll suffer continuously for the next 3 hours. Lin Hao broke instantly. 3 hours, I can't even endure 1 second of this. Your father, Tan Zheng, was taken away by Fang Zhenyi. I don't know his exact location. Please, just kill me. Yi Chen nodded. So it really was Fang Zhenyi. He invited this upon himself. Turning to Bao Zhen, he said, kill him. He's no longer useful. Without hesitation, Bao Zhen executed Lin Hao. Yi Chen then asked, your grandfather is one of the guardians. Does he know where Fang Zhenyi lives? Bao Zhen shook his head. I don't know. The guardians rarely stay in contact with one another. They only appear when the country faces a major crisis. Just then, Lin Hao's phone suddenly rang. Yi Chen answered the call. On the other end, Fang Zhenyi spoke. Is Yi Chen still at the Lin family estate? Don't tell me you've already killed him. I've already sent several of my disciples to help you. If you can't defeat him, keep him there. My disciples will finish the job. Yi Chen interrupted him coldly. So you're Fang Zhenyi. You called a little too late. The Lin family has already been wiped out. I'm waiting for you here. If you've got the courage to take revenge, come to the Lin family estate. Fang Zhenyi laughed angrily. Who do you think you are? You actually expect me to personally deal with an insect like you? The Lin family was one of the country's greatest families. Destroying them was the biggest mistake of your life. I promise you this. Some families aren't so easy to wipe out. My disciples are already on their way. They'll bury you alongside the Lin family. Yi Chen crushed the phone in his hand. What a talkative old fool. I'm already waiting for his disciples. Let them come. I'll kill every last one of them. Just then, while they were sitting there waiting, footsteps echoed from outside. A group of martial artists appeared and said, so you're the one who's been talking about killing us? Bao Shen looked toward the entrance and said, "Lord, they're here." A moment later, Feng Zhenyi's disciples arrived. One of them sneered, "It's been years since we've met someone this arrogant. For the past 30 years, no one has dared to provoke us. Kid, you probably don't know this, but you're currently ranked second among the Grandmasters. And the person ranked number 1, he's actually our weakest junior brother. So kneel down and beg for forgiveness. We'll spare you." "Well, not exactly. We'll simply give you a quick and painless death." Yi Chen replied coldly, "Where's your master? I have no interest in talking to children." The disciples' faces darkened. "How dare you speak about our master like that?" In the next instant, one of them vanished and reappeared behind Yi Chen. "You've made a mistake worthy of death." However, Yi Chen activated his burning heaven body, blocking the attack effortlessly. The force of Yi Chen's counterattack sent the disciples sliding backward. Yi Chen smiled. Compared to the Blood Alliance elder, this guy is much stronger. This fight might actually be interesting. The disciple looked at him in surprise. "You didn't just block my attack. You actually forced me backward. So the rumors about you were true." He turned to the others. "Brothers, we have to fight him together." The other two immediately joined the battle. Bao Chen warned Mr. Yi, "These three are incredibly powerful." They weren't exaggerating. Even the number 1 Grandmaster wouldn't stand a chance against them. "Don't worry, I'll help you." One of the disciples laughed. "Bao Chen, you're challenging us." The moment Bao Chen attacked, his spear shattered into pieces. The masked disciple laughed. "Your spear is broken. Next comes your neck." Before he could strike, Yi Chen suddenly appeared behind him. "Why are you celebrating so early?" With a devastating punch, Yi Chen slammed him into the ground. "Don't worry. After you're dead, I'll send your master to keep you company." The other 2 disciples immediately stepped forward. "Don't even think about killing our junior brother." Yi Chen grabbed Bao Chen and quickly retreated. The buried disciple shouted, "Forget about me. Go after him." One of the senior disciples nodded. "Don't worry. We'll handle him. If we want to defeat him, we'll have to use our full strength and our secret techniques. Otherwise, with his movement skills, we'll never catch him." The 3 instantly appeared in front of Yi Chen again. One of them attacked first. Yi Chen shoved Bao Chen aside. "Stay back." He blocked the attack at the last second. The masked disciple grinned. "Did see how you dodged this." Yi Chen caught the incoming sword with his bare hands. But at that exact moment, the 3rd disciple attacked from behind. Bao Chen shouted, "Mister Yi, be careful." Yi Chen kicked the 3rd disciple's sword aside before it could hit him. The disciple laughed. "I have to admit, you're incredibly talented. Your combat experience is impressive, but it's meaningless against the combined strength of the 3 of us." He kicked Yi Chen, sending him flying backward. The 3 advanced together. "We won't even give you a chance to breathe." Yi Chen frowned. These 3 are not only powerful, they're smart. Suddenly, another attack emerged from the smoke. Yi Chen barely dodged it. "They're not even giving me a moment to recover." He continued blocking their relentless assault. The senior disciple said, "Yi Chen, I'll admit you're an extraordinary genius. But no matter how talented you are, you can't defeat the 3 of us at once. And unlike fools, we won't fight you one by one." As he spoke, he slashed Yi Chen across the body. Then he raised his weapon. "This final attack will finish you." Yi Chen narrowed his eyes. "He's too close. I can't dodge this one." Just then, an enormous spear of ice shot through the air and pierced straight through the disciple's chest. Yi Chen was stunned. "Who did that?" The dying disciple stared at the ice in disbelief. "Such an incredible ice technique. It can't be yours." Before he could finish speaking, he died. The remaining 2 disciples looked around and shocked. What just happened? Who's the 3rd expert helping Yi Chen? Yi Chen immediately noticed that all 3 had been distracted. He seized the opportunity. With one devastating punch, he crushed the masked disciple. Then he followed with a deadly kick, finishing him off completely. The last remaining disciple panicked. "My 2 brothers are dead. There's no point staying here. I have to escape." When the 3 of us fought together, we still had a chance. But alone, not a chance. I have to report that Yi Chen has another terrifying expert backing him. Before he could escape, his feet were instantly frozen solid. A cold female voice echoed behind him. "Did I ever give you permission to leave?" The disciple's face turned pale. "What's happening? Why slowly descended from the sky? How dare you attack Yi Chen?" The disciple shouted. "He attacked us first. This is all his fault. And don't get cocky just because you're a little strong." Before he could finish speaking, Why froze his entire sword solid? The disciple trembled. What kind of power is this? She froze my entire body in an instant. Why shattered the ice with a single strike? You shouldn't have made an enemy of Yi Chen. The moment the fight ended, Wai regained control of her body. Looking around at the battlefield, she froze in horror. What? Did I kill someone? Yi Chen hurried over. Why? Are you all right? She looked like she was about to cry. How could I be all right? I'm a terrible person. I killed someone, but I swear, I didn't do it. It was my body's spirit. It controlled everything. What if the police arrest me? Yi Chen, you have to help me. Yi Chen fell into deep thought. So the ancient legends were true. The highest-grade ancient physics possessed two separate spirits. Why has one of those legendary ancient physics? No wonder she has a second spirit, and it's incredibly powerful. At that moment, Bao Zhen walked over in disbelief. She's this powerful? Yi Chen smiled. You haven't even seen her true strength yet. Let's go. The three of them left the Lin family estate. When Bailey Hong finally arrived at the Lin family residence, he found the entire estate reduced to ruins. He looked around and shocked. Did Yi Chen really destroy all of this in such a short time? He immediately reported everything to the chief. Chief, the Lin family has been completely wiped out, not a single member survived. Even many Blood Alliance members were killed. There are also 3 corpses that don't belong to the Lin family. I believe they're Feng Zhenyi's disciples. The chief was stunned. How did that boy accomplish all of this? By killing Feng Zhenyi's disciples, he's officially declared war on the Guardians. This situation can no longer be contained. Bailey Hong, return immediately. We have to come up with a plan before everything spirals out of control. The scene shifted to Hong Kong inside a secluded building. Feng Zhenyi was cultivating peacefully. Suddenly, the life tokens of his 3 disciples shattered before his eyes. His expression turned murderous. What? The life tokens of all 3 disciples are broken. Yi Chen, how dare you kill my beloved disciples? I swear, no matter what it takes, I will kill you with my own hands. I invested countless years into training them. I will never forgive anyone who dares to lay a finger on my disciples. Just then, Feng pressed a button. A holographic conference immediately appeared before him as the other guardians joined the emergency meeting. One guardian asked, Boss, why did you call an emergency meeting this late at night? Another added, you don't look well. Stop keeping us in suspense and tell us what happened. Feng said, I called this meeting because there's someone we need to eliminate. There's a young man from Jiangcheng City. He destroyed the entire Lin family, killed one of our guardians, slaughtered my 3 disciples, and massacred many of the capital's martial arts masters. That boy is nothing less than a walking disaster. He's a demon who brings destruction wherever he goes. I believe not only he, but everyone in his bloodline should be wiped out. The guardians from Feng's faction immediately agreed. He's right. That boy must be eliminated. However, a guardian from the opposing faction objected. I disagree. How can we make such a decision without investigating the matter first? Another guardian nodded. Everything Feng just told us is only his side of the story. As guardians, we're supposed to remain neutral. I won't support any decision until we've completed a proper investigation. Feng frowned. What? Do you really think I'd lie to all of you? Would a guardian like me really frame a mere child? Another guardian replied calmly, Feng Zhenyi, the truth is that many people in our faction don't trust you. You told us the boy destroyed the Lin family, but you conveniently left out why he did it. We're guardians, not street vendors holding meetings over every little dispute. You know the rules. Unless it concerns the safety of the country, we don't interfere. Seeing no agreement, Feng finally said, Fine, it looks like we won't reach a conclusion today. 3 days from now, we'll meet at the Hong Kong headquarters. We'll settle this through an official vote. The scene shifted back to the teacher's apartment. Each end looked at Wei and asked, when your body's spirit took control of you, how did it feel? Wei answered, it was a really strange feeling. To be honest, it felt like I was standing outside my own body, watching myself move. She looked worried. Each end, am I mentally ill? Each end shook his head. No, you're not sick. This is a special ability of your cold-blood physique. Your body possesses its own independent spirit. Wei's face turned pale. So there are 2 spirits inside one body. What if one day that spirit completely takes over my body? My body would still be alive, but I would be gone. Each end nodded seriously. Yes, that's possible. The only way to prevent it is to cultivate. If you become stronger, you'll be able to suppress and control it. You are the kind, gentle version of yourself. The other spirit is your dark side. It craves strength. It craves power, and it wants to kill. Right now, it's still too weak to completely possess your body. But every time it comes out, its control over your body grows stronger. If it ever fully awakens, it'll become a huge problem. So cultivating is extremely important for you. If you don't continue growing stronger, you won't survive. And once you're able to completely suppress that spirit, your own strength will increase dramatically. Wei nodded firmly. Okay, I'll become stronger. I'll never slack off in my cultivation again. Ichen thought to himself. She never liked cultivation before. Where did all this determination suddenly come from? Wei then asked shyly. Ichen, can I stay in your room tonight? After everything I saw today, I don't think I can sleep alone. Ichen smiled. Sure, you can stay here and cultivate, he thought. Even though Wei possesses a special physique, she's still just an ordinary girl. Everything she witnessed today will take a long time for her to process. After thanking him, Wei quietly sat down and began cultivating. Ichen then muttered, I should deal with my own business now. It's time to decode the message Dad left behind. This is a secret code only the two of us understand. But last time I used it was back in elementary school. Back then, I thought Dad invented it just to play games with me. I never imagined it would become this important someday. A flashback appeared. Ichen's father smiled and asked, do you want to learn how to secretly communicate with your dad? A method your mom will never understand? Young Ichen excitedly nodded. Yes, teach me. How do I learn this secret code? His father replied, as long as you have this dictionary, you can decode every message. If I ever leave you a secret code, remember, it will always be based on this dictionary. Back in the present, Ichen smiled. Even the world's greatest code breakers would never solve this. The real key isn't some advanced cipher. It's an ordinary elementary school dictionary. Dad only created it to make me interested in studying. That's why decoding it is actually very simple. For example, 193 means page 11, row 9, column 3. Once I decode every number one by one, the entire message will reveal itself. After some time, Ichen successfully decoded every line. He couldn't help but admire his father. Dad memorized every single word in this dictionary 5 years ago. His memory is unbelievable. It's finally time to read his message. The letter read, I hope this letter reaches you someday. By the time you read it, I won't be with the Lin family anymore. My son, don't be disappointed. Although I'm being held captive, I'm not in any real danger. You're now the only man left in our family. No matter what happens, you must protect your mother. Don't worry about me. My body is much stronger than you think. Even the Lin family couldn't force me to reveal anything. At first, I believed this power existed to protect me, but eventually I realized it was actually protecting my memories. For a long time, I couldn't understand why the Lin family kept chasing me. I thought it was because of your mother's family, but the truth is it has nothing to do with her. They were after me from the very beginning. After recovering fragments of my past memories, I realized something. Our family was never ordinary. There were countless suspicious things surrounding the E family. After connecting all the clues, I became certain of one fact. Everything that has happened to the E family is connected to your grandfather. He was far from an ordinary man. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to Amazing Apply. Subscribing makes sure you do not miss the next video, and it gives me motivation to keep improving the quality of every upload. Thank you for being here, and I will see you in the next one.